Nick Cannon just can't keep it in his pants, can he? The musician has yet another baby on the way. This time, it's with Alyssa Scott, someone who he already had a child with, who passed away unfortunately. In today's video, we'll be talking about that, and we'll be talking about everything he has said about his children. So make sure to stay until the end. First up, Alyssa Scott is pregnant again. Nick Cannon and Alyssa Scott had a son together, Zen, who died in 2021 at 5 months after being diagnosed with brain cancer. It was brutal for the two, and it looks like they're willing to expand their family again. The model is now expecting her third baby, according to her Instagram announcement. She didn't share any further details after that. She revealed her pregnancy with a photo showing her baby bump under a bodycon dress. In the picture, we can see her holding her 4-year-old daughter Zillion from a previous relationship. Oh, and the two are wearing matching blue outfits adorned with the same flower. It's beautiful, folks. Absolutely beautiful. The caption reads, "With you by my side." Moving on, let's talk about Zen. Losing Zen wasn't easy for the two, and it took a huge toll on them. Zen died at just 5 months old in December 2021 after being diagnosed with brain cancer. The 42-year-old announced the terrible news on his eponymous talk show. The cancer was diagnosed just 3 months before his death. Shortly after Zen's birth, doctors discovered fluid building up inside the baby boy's head. Besides a tumor that required brain surgery, unfortunately, after that, things took a turn for the worse. Around Thanksgiving last year, the tumor started growing uncontrollably. On his talk show, Cannon claimed that he was faithful and hopeful at that time and that he carried on. He embraced every moment, and the child even played with his siblings. Then Cannon praised Scott for being the strongest woman he's ever seen. He noted how she would always be strong, and whenever it was needed, she'd be the best darn mom. Nick Cannon is now welcoming another child with her, thus expanding his family. Nick has been known for having lots and lots and lots of kids. How does he manage all of it? How does it work to father so many children? Let's find out. Now we'll be discussing everything that the star has said about his kids. First and foremost, Cannon stated that his 2-month-old twins were developing personalities in 2011. Cannon's eldest children, twins Moroccan and Monroe Scott, were born in 2011. He had those kids with an extremely famous Grammy Award winner, Mariah Carey. According to Cannon, his children were already developing personalities, where the daughter was more of a diva like her mom, and the son was more laid back like Nick. He stated that when the daughter wanted something, she would let them know immediately, but with the son, it was all chill. Now for the time when he wanted his kids to grow up helping others in 2012. During an interview with People magazine, Cannon stated he wanted his twins, who were just 17 months at the time, to grow up helping others. He stated he wants them to understand that not every kid is as fortunate as they are, so they should help other kids. He mentioned his grandmother who raised him, stating that while they were low income, she always took in foster kids, and she would always help anyone that she could. And that's when he also revealed that his kids like technology. His son broke his laptop while playing with it, and his children would always try to reach out for his tech. They also loved iPads. That's when he realized his kids would be from an online generation, and he needed to keep an eye on them to make sure that they were safe. What's more, in 2013, Cannon made jokes in interviews about punishing his twins. In 2013, the Masked Singer host jokes about hitting his kids if they acted out. Yikes. Folks, jokes or not, that is never okay. He told Us Weekly that to prepare for his kids turning 2, he got his belt out. He even told TMZ that Mariah doesn't need to worry about corporal punishment because that's what daddies are for. Come on, Nick, be better. Up next, in 2014, he said that he doesn't want his kids to be in the showbiz. While talking to E!, Nick stated that he didn't want his children to follow in their parents' footsteps. He said that he doesn't want them to be in the business, but he understands that people have already fallen in love with them and that the kids already have their fan base. However, it looks like the star may have already changed his opinion because last year Monroe made her modeling debut in an ad for the children's clothing company Oshkosh Bagosh. In the ad, she portrayed her mom and replicated her style from the 90s music video Someday, in which Carey wore a pair of Oshkosh jeans. Cannon shared the video on his Instagram page and captioned it, "Proud Papa." Next up, he referenced his children dealing with his divorce in a freestyle rap. In 2014, Cannon and Carey filed for a divorce, but it wasn't finalized until November of 2016. In June 16, he dropped the freestyle rap song Divorce Papers. The song referenced his parting ways with the singer, and it also portrayed the reaction of his children. In one part of the rap, he stated, "We are single now, but we really need to think about is how a child deals, how a child feels, because we got two and they are brilliant for real." This would have been adorable if he didn't joke about punishing them. Now let's talk about how Monroe isn't allowed to date until she's 50. There you go, folks. Nick is back at it again with his toxic behavior. In October 2016, when the twins were just 5 years old, Nick joked his daughter wasn't allowed to date until she was 50 years old. He stated she could start dating at 48 years old, then joked that, nope, that's still a little too young. We get the jokes, guys, we really do. But then, talking about his son in the same interview, he states he hopes his son is dating now, and he hopes that his son has like 3 or 4 girlfriends. Double standards much, Nick? He acknowledged he knows his daughter dating will be a reality someday, and that he's more scared than ever for that to happen. Let's learn more about how his third son might be an oops baby. In November 2016, Cannon confirmed that he was having a third child, and this time it was with Miss Arizona, USA, Brittany Bell. In December of the same year, during his appearance on Power 106, he talked about his relationship with Bell. That's when he was asked if his third child was an oops baby, in other words, if his baby was a mistake. To this intrusive question, Cannon replied, "Never an oops baby, I'm so calculated with my moves." He responded, "I've always wanted 5 kids. Well, now we know he was straight up lying because he has a lot more than 5 babies. It's almost like he's making having a bunch of kids his personality. Sorry, Elon Musk, this is a competition that you're simply going to lose out in. Let's look at what he said in 2018. In an interview with People, Nick stated that his twins love his son Golden, and he also claimed that every opportunity they get all over him. It's really cute, folks. While talking to Entertainment Tonight, he said that the twins understand the responsibility of being the older siblings, even though they were quite young at the time. He added that they love hanging out with him and that they're extremely concerned about him. They even try to get him toys, and they even try to make him laugh. Coming up, Cannon doesn't like the term co-parent. While talking to People magazine, he stated that he feels co-parenting is a redundant phrase. You can't co-parent according to him. The only thing you have to do is to parent them. To him, this means that everyone involved needs to be selfless and put the kids first no matter what. Following up, Cannon said that his children fear the police. After the death of George Floyd in 2020, Cannon spoke about having to teach his children what to do when they encounter law enforcement. He admitted his kids feared the police, even though he taught them to be fearless. He stated that when his kids see the energy of law enforcement and see how they work, they have the mindset of, don't talk, keep your hands where they can see them. This is extremely sad considering that they're still just kids. He also added that it's hurtful to have those conversations with your children, but you want to protect them at the end of the day. Finishing up, his son Moroccan called him a player. In February 2020, Cannon talked to Entertainment Tonight about how he no longer believes in marriage. During the interview, he said that his kids call him a player, so of course he asked them where they learned that word from, and Moroccan was like, "Dad, you can't be a player forever." And that's when Nick realized that this is the worst and that things would just get more interesting from there. But that's a wrap for this video, my friends. How many more kids do y'all think Nick Cannon will have? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to our channel for more videos just like it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.